Hello everyone and welcome to my Bachelor Nation official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and gives this video a thumbs up. Why does a Bachelor Alum believe that Joan Vassos, the Golden Bachelorette, should not marry? She got engaged to Chalk Chapel during the season finale of her show. However, some people believe she should wait indefinitely. Keep reading for more information. Joan Vassos served as the bartender during an episode of WWHL with Andy Cohen. She was asked about marrying her fiancé, Chalk Chapel, but said she has no reason to haste. Joan noted that she is not at the age where she needs to start a family or anything else, so she can simply enjoy her engagement. This makes a lot of sense, considering both she and Chalk had lost tremendous loves before meeting on The Golden Bachelorette. Furthermore, they are pleased with their current lives. However, one Bachelor Alum agrees that they should not marry. But why would anyone say something like that? Ashley, who has featured on several Bachelor Nation shows, believes that Joan and Chalk are not cut out for marriage. She opened up on her Almost Famous podcast, where Ben Higgins mentioned that the couple had put their wedding on hold. The main reason for this is because Joan's son is getting married, and another may get engaged, therefore they are booked until October. So, as Joan mentioned, she has no need to rush to the altar because they are in a different location. Jerry Turner, the first Golden Bachelor, married shortly after their engagement. He and Teresa Nist parted up 3 months later. As a result, the track record is not particularly good. Joan also stated that they are still learning about each other. This could lead to success in the future if they marry. Of course, Bachelor Nation supporters root for Joan Vassos and Chalk Chapel. She needed to quit Jerry Turner's season to be with her daughter. However, she was given a second chance, and it was virtually instantaneous with Chalk. She was devastated when he had to leave when his mother died. Nonetheless, he returned as quickly as he could, almost like a fairy tale. Joan Vassos, America's first ever Golden Bachelorette, closed her groundbreaking season with an emotional and heartwarming engagement to Chalk Chapel. It was a finale packed with the kind of earnest declarations and fairy tale imagery that Bachelor Nation lives for. The rose-giving, the heartfelt proposals, the teary-eyed confessions of love, the entire package. For many fans, the moment Joan accepted Chalk's proposal represented hope, redemption, and the possibility of finding love at any age. But now, just months later, the couple is taking their time before heading to the altar, and not everyone is sure they ever should. Some voices from Bachelor Nation, including a notable alum, have expressed their belief that Joan and Chalk might be better off indefinitely postponing marriage. When Joan Vassos appeared as the celebrity bartender on Watch What Happens Live with Andy Cohen, the questions came quickly and predictably about her engagement. Her response was calm, gracious, and filled with the wisdom of experience. "I have no reason to rush," Joan said. "I'm not starting a family. I'm not trying to build a house with 5 bedrooms and plan for a baby nursery. We're in a different chapter. I want to enjoy what we have." It was a remarkably grounded take in a franchise that often thrives on whirlwind romances and expedited timelines. Joan, 61, and Chalk, 65, both lost their previous spouses and understand how rare it is to find companionship again. They met with vulnerability, not pretense. Their connection didn't need to be proved by racing down the aisle, it needed time, respect, and patience to grow deeper. Their approach sharply contrasts with that of their predecessor Jerry Turner, the first Golden Bachelor, who proposed to Teresa Nist during his finale and married her within weeks, only to announce their separation just 3 months later. The quick turnaround became a cautionary tale. And Joan, perhaps learning from it, isn't in a rush to follow in those footsteps. On the Almost Famous podcast, hosted by Bachelor alums Ashley Iaconetti and Ben Higgins, the topic of Joan and Chalk's relationship came up during a segment about the evolution of love on the show, especially among older contestants. Ben noted that Joan and Chalk have postponed wedding plans until at least October. The reason, according to Joan, is a packed family calendar. One of her sons is getting married, and another might soon propose. It's a joyful but busy time for the Vassos family. I don't think they should get married, she said bluntly. Not because I think they don't love each other, they clearly do, but because I don't think they need it. Some relationships, especially later in life, are better left in that engaged, committed but not married zone. Marriage changes things. Sometimes it complicates things unnecessarily. It's important to understand the shared history between Joan and Chalk. Both came into the show after profound loss. Joan's husband, Joan Vassos, passed away in 2021 after decades of marriage. Chalk's wife died just 2 years prior. Their grief wasn't something they checked at the door when they signed up for the Golden Bachelorette. Instead, it became part of their story, the way they connected and understood one another on a deeper level. During Joan's season, she often said she wasn't looking to replace her late husband. She was looking for someone who understood her, respected her, and made her feel excited about life again. Chalk emerged as that person, but not without some challenges. In a pivotal episode, Chalk had to leave the show abruptly due to his mother's death. Joan was crushed. I thought I lost him, she admitted during the Men Tell All special. But I understood. Loss brings perspective. Chalk returned to surprise Joan just days before the final rose ceremony, and the reunion was cinematic. Tears, hugs, declarations of love. It felt fated. But even with such a romantic narrative, Joan insisted on a slow burn after the cameras stopped rolling. There's a broader philosophical underpinning to Joan's outlook that resonates with many fans, especially older ones. The idea that love later in life doesn't need to follow a traditional timeline. For many seniors, love is not about checking boxes, marriage, kids, house, but about companionship, intimacy, and emotional support. I think what Joan and Chalk have is sacred, said Dr. Marissa Cohen, a relationship researcher and author of From First Kiss to Forever. They've already done the marriage thing. Now they can define their love on their own terms. If that includes marriage, wonderful. If not, that doesn't mean it's less valid. Jerry Turner and Teresa Nist's breakup cast a long shadow over Joan's journey. Their split, announced in a joint interview just 3 months after their live televised wedding, was a reminder that love in the Bachelor world is not always what it seems. Joan has echoed this sentiment. We're still getting to know each other, she told Entertainment Tonight. We've been through a lot, and we want to make sure we're right for each other, not just in the moment but long term. Fan reaction to Joan and Chalk's delay in tying the knot has been overwhelmingly positive. In Facebook groups dedicated to the Golden Bachelorette, thousands of comments have praised the couple's maturity. Others noted that the show's format often leads to rushed engagements and equally rushed breakups. Joan is showing us that it's okay to rewrite the rules. You don't need to do everything on the Bachelor timeline. Thanks for watching. If you likes this video, do not forget to subscribe my channel and do not miss any update.